Okay, so here's the top-down camera of practice, Tuesday, May 17th. Couple things to note. So we're looking at how our heads, bodies are moving, as well as where our hand position and paddle position is. So a couple things to point out here. We got a couple wide paddles, so that's Kris coming out a little bit wider, Linda coming out a little bit wider, and I believe that's Dina coming out a little bit wider here. I want to keep that nice and tight. And top arms, so Denis, you have definitely a clear bend out here in your elbow. We want to keep it out a little bit more forward and straighter. So Sandra, also you're picking up your top hand really high. You want to keep everything a little bit lower and in front of us a bit more. Logan also, you've got a big bend. So we can see Corrie's, it's hard to see here, but as you recover, you want to keep a top arm straighter like this, Corrie. So Logan, this is the bend that happens every time you pick up the blade and get your kind of punch out with your triceps to get that a little bit over the gunnel again. Again, sorry, we got some water droplets, so it's hard to see some of these. In general, the timing is not too bad. A couple, again, wide ones out here, so that's Linda out wide, Barbara out wide here. And we want to keep those top arms making kind of a smaller circle. So Alan, you can kind of see your top end does like the follow, so you're kind of the last one over there. You go down with everybody, but your top arm kind of comes up like a little bit later than everyone else and then follows over through. Some wider top arms, so definitely we see, so Naya, you're coming up kind of a little bit high. We want to try and keep it more forward in front of you and less into the boat. And then Linda and Jerry, you definitely have some more of the bent elbows here in front. I want to keep it. And definitely Logan looks, from this angle, looks, pretty exaggerated. I know, I'm sure it doesn't feel like that, but when you pick up the blade, we want to keep that nice in front of you. Just also keep your head up, Denis, so you're looking down. And from here, we can also see Naya and Barbara doing that like outside-inside bobble. If we look at, for example, Dina behind Naya, we can see that Dina's keeping her body weight nice and straight. Lisa also is keeping it straighter, but Barbara and Naya, both of you are kind of rocking over at the side and coming back. If you can just look at you two compared to Sandra and Kris, it's a little bit smoother in the direction.
Timing's feeling good. If we can get some more pressure, that would be better.
All right, so as we're getting tired, I'm starting to see a couple of these top arms coming in closer inside the boat. So Lisa, yours is one of them. Naya, yours is also one of them. Again, bending that top hand to pick up the blade. Again, we wanted to keep it up here. So if we watch Corrie, as she picks up the blade, top arm stays straight and she uses her body to move forward. So if we just take that slow, as she finishes the stroke, it's a straight arm here. And as she picks it up, it stays out in front of her, stays out in front, and stays out in front. It doesn't ever have a huge bend at the elbow. That's the kind of recovery we're trying to do together as a team.
We got about 20 seconds.
Yeah, so really trying to avoid that wide pickup from the top hand drop the elbow. Nay, I think yours is actually not too bad, but if we can get it a little bit tighter, that would be good.
Going through the turn.
Sandra, you also have a little bit of a, like your head's kind of just tilted outside a little bit. You're not moving inside and outside your body weight, but we can relax your neck, a little bit more posture. And then this one, definitely Alan, we can kind of see your top ends coming in after.
And let her ride.
Here's another clip.
Keep it nice and tight. Keep that top
Other
arm
side.
straight.
So Gigi, we also want you to get a little bit more reach with your body. You're pushing down at the front. So this is kind of where Corrie is in the front. And we have this much space between you. And then as she starts the sit-up, you're still kind of pushing downwards as she's already moving towards you. So this is a lot smaller space here than when she's reaching forward. here. So this is the space forward. This big space comes a little bit closer every time. So you want to keep that same distance. Try and get a little bit more reach in front. Lisa, on the side, you're leaning a little bit outside the boat, so we want to try and be a little bit more square. You'll get a stronger body position from there. We'll see if this... So Barbara, you're also not quite stacked with your top hand, entering a little bit with an angle too. And then Denis, you want to just kind of keep your chest up a little bit more. So you tend to look down a little bit.
All right, Alan, your top arm is a little late.
There you go, Alan's top arm.
Keep it nice and tight and get a little more hinge.
So again, we're looking at Corrie's top arm here in row 1 versus Logan's. Keeping it a little bit straighter as we pick it up and move our bodies forward. You know, Logan starts to get that bend here.
There you go. Keep those elbows nice and low, everybody.
And it should look more like this, and it should be relaxed.
Barbara, you can stack your top arm a little more in the front.
All right, we're starting to get some timing discrepancies back here. I think that's Mary Bradley. I think you're entering a little bit late, so getting to the front a little bit quicker. Yeah, so right there. So this is, most of the blades are mostly in, and then yours is still almost all the way out here. So we want to be a little bit quicker on that. And then also just, Gigi, you want to watch out for that paddle twist where it's angled this way instead of being square up to the front. Denis, you want to try and just keep that top arm straighter a little bit too. It's getting better. I know you're getting tired at this end of part of the piece, but this is closer to the stroke that we want to get. And then a couple of these, I'm seeing Kris flaring out just a little bit out here. So again, keep it nice and tight. Get your top down up in front of you. Donna behind, looks like you have kind of a high pickup with the top hand. So if we can get that a little bit lower, that would be good too.
Bigger bodies. Now sit up with it. Good.
All right, I think that's it.